Well, good evening. Good evening, everyone. All right, let me go ahead and jump right on in it tonight because I cannot believe the phone call that I received today. But it was a good phone call because when Daddy talks, your girl listens. All right, let me jump right on in. As you can see, the caption says, how I put my man's baby mama in her place. How did I check her? Bottom line, how did I check my man's baby mama? All right. I had a friend call me and was really talking about, she was a little bit upset. Oh, not a little bit, I'm lying. She was a bit upset about some things that she's having to deal with in regards to the mother of the guy's children she's dating, okay? Hence baby's mama, all right? His baby's mother. And she, guys, in all transparency, without getting into her personal situation, she's going through a lot. It's a lot. And so she knows I always try to err on the side of what would Daddy tell me to do? What would he tell me to say? And I remember pausing when she was just asking me, Lenny said, just give me some advice. What should I do? I mean, really, how do I check her? I had to tell her, let me go talk to Daddy on this one. Because that's a loaded question, and a lot of individuals, it's affecting a lot of individuals, not just her. Especially when you're talking about checking your man's baby's mama. I mean, really? Hence why I'm here. All I could do was think about what I had been through. And that's where Daddy really had my mindset before I gave her a call back. And it's going to be a very transparent moment at this moment. Hey, I see you jumping on. Guys, if many of you all know that I had a blended marriage. I did. I had a blended, those blended families. And I remember in the beginning when and I know she's not going to be upset because she and I are tight right now, but the mother of and I don't even call her my stepdaughter. That's my baby. Mia is my baby, my bonus baby, but my baby Daddy gave me. I'll never forget. I was dating and we were engaged, and I remember Paul asking me, Lanisa, I don't want any, misunderstandings between you and my daughter's mom. And I remember thinking, misunderstandings? What are you talking about? So if you want to know how I checked my man's baby's mama, let me tell you how I checked my man's baby's mama back then. See, I immediately got on the phone and I called her. I sure did. And I called her, and I'll never forget what I said. I said, I need you to hear something. I'm getting ready to marry a man that I'm excited about marrying, but I also need you to hear a couple of things. I'm bringing into this marriage 2 beautiful daughters. Yeah. And I know my man has a beautiful daughter as well, which is your daughter. I need you to understand this. If he was not taking care of his own blood, and if he doesn't continue to take care of his own child, I need you to know, not only am I not going to marry him, girl, I'm going to even may be loud about it and tell others why I'm not going to marry him. If he can't take care of his own flesh and blood, he definitely not going to take care of mine. So I need you to know, coming in to this marriage, I'm team Mia. Whatever's best for the daughter. And I need you to hear that. So, y'all want to know how I checked my man's baby mama? I checked her with truth. I checked her with understanding. I'm not here to compete with you. I'm here actually to be on your side because in the end, it's about the child. So that was the first thing Daddy gave me to make sure that I give back to my friend. But here's the second thing. Y'all, I've been on the other side too, and I'm being transparent. So please hear, listen. And I'm like, Daddy, are you sure you want me to say this tonight? Because y'all, I'm exposing Lanisa. See, I've been on the other side of that. Many of y'all know that, you know, I had the privilege of having a biological father and a stepfather. Both of them played an amazing, they contributed a lot to my life. But in all transparent moment, and I know my mommy would not have a problem with me saying this, because I'm going to tell you, the best thing that it could have ever happened to me and my mommy 4 months before she left this world, back in 2001, Daddy gave us an opportunity to sit down and talk, mommy and daughter. And during that conversation, she said some things to me. But one of the things she let me know, and I need you all to hear this, because this is going to help somebody. She said, Lanisa, if I could do it all again, I would not have gotten in between you and your father, you and your biological father. I would have allowed you to develop your own personal relationship with your daddy. I would have allowed you to develop your own understanding of who your daddy is in your life. But because I was still hurt and bitter, I used you as a pawn. And in using you as the pawn, I have hurt you. Now you don't have the relationship that you need to have with your father, because I stood in the middle and I played games. And I played games because I was hurt. I was hurt about the divorce. I was hurt that we didn't make it. I was just hurt. He was a nice guy. I'm in a great marriage. It's not that I'm upset, but Lanisa, I was hurt. And so in being hurt, I put my child in a position to be hurt. Y'all, so let me say this. A lot of baby mamas, that man, that baby mama, if you're dealing with an unhealthy baby mama, oh, how do you put her in check? You ready? You put her in check by loving her. You put her in check by loving her. Because if you go tit for tat with somebody that is already unhealthy, do you hear what I'm saying? If a woman is using her child as a bait to try to get a man, or upset that she doesn't have a man, you can't even believe that she's in a healthy mindset. Because who would really want to take away the one thing that, especially if it's a girl? Do you know what gives a girl a foundation to what a man should do in her life? That's her daddy. That's her daddy. And an unhealthy woman, when you don't understand that, and you use that child in the middle because you can't get the man, and you use that baby to keep, y'all, that is not the way daddy intended it to be. No. So how do you check that unhealthy mama drama? Again, I'm going to tell you to love her. See, she's got to be in a place of pain. She has to be. Because why would someone want to cause more harm to their child than what already is needed? This world is giving our children enough harm. Why would you want her to have the covering of her daddy? So What did I end up calling my girlfriend and saying? Y'all, I end up calling her, just telling her what Daddy had told me. I talked about myself and how I shared with her about what I did with my own marriage. And then I shared with her what Daddy even shared with me about my personal upraising, being with my mom and my daddy. So, what's the best way to check your man's baby's mama? You check it by communicating with love. And ladies, stay out the way. Stay out the way. Sis, we all need to be in this game together. Because you know, at the end of the day, it's not about you checking her. See, it's about us truly, you ready? Checking that man. See, ladies, men wouldn't even be where they are if we didn't allow it. And see, sometimes we allow things to happen because we playing what? That middleman. We want them for ourselves. But if we all would show up in that man's life, and if he has a child and he's not doing what he should be doing for that child, if we all would stand together as ladies and say, oh no, bruh, you can't be with me if you're not taking care of your own flesh and blood. And then you even talk to the lady, y'all, that would help a lot of things out. But then I'm going to also talk about the other side. If you are that unhealthy mama, that you're causing all the drama in your man's life, go get healed. Go get healed. Because it's not fair to you. It's not fair to the man. And it's definitely not fair to the child. When I tell you I know, it's only through the grace of God that he's allowed me to endeavor so many different things. And I get it now. See, it's not too many things that I have been through, that I have gone through. And I want to key word, I've been through and gone through, that it doesn't help me point back to who Daddy is in my life. But in going through and understanding that, I also understood that even though the trials and tribulations have happened to me, they didn't happen to me for just me. It happened to me for a time such as this. Yes, for me to be loud and me to encourage you. Yes, you, sis. You don't have to go tit for tat with that baby mama. But if you decide to go tit for tat with that baby mama, go and do it with love. Because love is what's going to solve it all. With that, deuce out. Love you guys.